All right, first pitch coming up. Here's Alex Bregman. And we're underway here in the home opener.
7 o'clock.
On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. So a man on base to start the inning.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now a relay to third, and he's got no chance. He's out. So now with one away and a man at second, Ian Happ, the next Pirate to hit. Just underway here in Cleveland. Sliced hard but foul. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Coming around third is Reynolds. He will score, and they take the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
That's in. Ball.
One out and a runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. Swings through that. Ripped to short. Mauricio with the throw to first. Got him. Lau at the plate.
The designated hitter, Brandon Lau.
On the ground right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first in time. They limit the damage. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound for the Pirates, Mitch Keller. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Triolo takes it to the bag. One pitch and one out. Here's Leody Taveras. Swing and a miss.
That missed. That's a ball.
Keller goes 6 feet 3 inches, 29 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Iowa. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Oh, great stop. And they get the out. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Joey Bart. That one fouled off. Out towards right center field. Martinez on the move to the gap. He's got it. One down. What a stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Jared Triolo. And that one is lifted in the air. Johnson should have this one, and that's the third out. We head to the bottom of the second. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Jorge Polanco. And that one fouled off. Now the 0-1. Happ on his horse. And there's one down.
batting fifth, catcher, Tyler Heineman.
In the air, left field. Pat on the run towards the line. Makes a mess of this one. It gets down. And he'll pull into second safely. One out. Runner at second. Jonah Heim digs in for the Guardians. Swanson. Back to second safely. Nearly got caught in between there.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Just
Ball,
missed.
that's outside.
That
To
one
right.
finds the zone. And a count 1-2. Stays alive. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Way back there. Into the corner, but foul. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him
Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Ball, that's up.
First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
tough
Ball,
spot right here. A
that's
couple
up.
runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to
Strike
execute
two.
and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Play made. That ends the inning. Back now at
Leading off for
Progressive Field.
Pittsburgh,
Stepping in,
second baseman,
Ha-Sung Kim.
Ha-Sung Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Brings it in, and there's one down. Fought off foul. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The 0-2. And he gets Bregman. 2 away. Brian Reynolds here. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Out towards right center field. Collins has a beat on it, and that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third. Stepping up for the Guardians, Bryce Johnson. Ripped to third and picked on a hop. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Up next for the Guardians, second baseman, Isaac Collins.
In the air to left center. 2 down. Leody Taveras digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Lifted in the air right center field. Reynolds on the run. And the inning is over. As we go to the top. Fourth, Ian Happ up to hit. Happ, a first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati in 2015. This one in the air center field. Martinez settles underneath it. And a quick out, number 1. In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out. And now it's Brandon Lau. 0 for 1 so far. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive. Way back there. Boom. He'll take a jog around the bases. On the ground. Freeland. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians. Jose Ramirez. Hit on the ground to the right side. Nice grab. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Ground ball right side.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Heineman in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The 0-1. Out to short. Swanson. Over to Kim.
No!
1. Not in time at
Too
first.
late. He's
It's
in
a
there.
fielder's choice. So up next, Jonah Heim. And he hits a ground ball right side. Gets it to first. And he has thrown 4. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. Blake Perkins getting ready to hit. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. 1 pitch and 1 out. That one pushed foul. 0-1 now. On the ground, right side. Collins. On to first. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Up next for the Pirates, Ha-Sung Kim. High fly ball down the left field line. Carrying well. It's out of here. He circles the bases. And that one ripped to left. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Johnson on the move. And that is that. Back here in Cleveland, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Alex Freeland digs in for the Guardians.
You know, these Guardians definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
That one hammered center field. That's back there. Out of here. A solo shot. 1 down. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Bryce Johnson. In the air, left field. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. Liner, base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got his second double of the game.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. You know, these Pirates, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
So now with 1 away and a man at second, Brandon Lowe, the next to hit. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Over to first.
He's out.
2 gone. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Center field. And that'll do it. Bottom of the 6th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Leody Taveras.
Ball.
In the air, right field. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Guardians, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Hard hit left side. Throws to first, and that's an out. The batter now, Jorge Polanco, 1 for 2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Foul ball there. Out towards right center field. And that will end the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Leading off, Blake Perkins. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
It gets down, base hit. Throw to third, safe. And runners at the corners to start the inning. Here's the second baseman, Ha-Sung Kim. And a big swing and a miss.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. To the warning track, makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And they take a 3-run lead. Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Fair ball. Lead runner around second. There comes the throw. Save. And now second and third with 1 gone.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off.
This one in the air, center field. Martinez moving under this one. And he makes the catch. Both runners tagging from second and third. He scores on the sac fly. It's 5-1. Ian Happ, the next Pirate to hit. A switch hitter batting right. And that one ripped to left. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Picks himself up an RBI. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
In the air, right field. And that is that. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the Guardians DH, Jonah Heim. And that one fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That's in there. 0-2 now. On the ground, right side. Kim with the throw to first, and one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Next for the Guardians, the shortstop, Alex Freeland.
Hit hard, but foul off to the left. The 0-1. Way out front for strike two. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Base hit center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part.
The throw to second. Double play. They can't. We're at the top of the eighth. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Brandon Lowe. This one smacked out to left center. Base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift onto the pull side, that's an easy knock it could take.
And it gets by him.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the eighth. Swings through that one. In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Line drive, base hit. Here comes Lowe. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead. Jared Triolo, the next Pirate to hit. Back to the mound. It hit him. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Tavares in position. Takes it in for the out. Ripped, but it curls foul. Man at second. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Fights it off. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Man on second, 2 down. Out to short. Not in time.
Hey,
great effort, but it's an infield hit. Now it's the right fielder, Brian Reynolds. Check swing. He held up, and it's 1-0. In the air, right field. Johnson on his way over, and that's the 3rd out. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
Comebacker to the mound. Sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Swanson fires over to first. And a couple of quick outs. Leody Tavares now at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Tavares.
To the right side. The throw to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Here in Cleveland, digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Ian Happ. And foul ball. This one in the air center field. Martinez settles underneath it, and there's one away. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Martinez on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Next to hit, Brandon Lowe. He's already homered in this game.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
And that is that. Back here in Cleveland, stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. On the ground to short, Swanson. Tosses to first. One pitch and one out. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Time at the plate now. That's ball one.
No, that's down.
Working down to the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with two gone. That one ripped, but foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. Kim. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Pirates take this one in a blowout. And this one.